Hi everybody, and welcome to the Ric Wesley Show. I'm DJ Foster, joined by Grand Valley State head men's basketball coach, Ric Wesley. Coach, thanks for joining me this week.
Nice to be here.
Another good week for you. You finished up a 3-1 homestand by beating Northern Michigan and Michigan Tech at home last week. Let's start with the Northern Michigan game on Thursday night. A 43-41 grinded out defensive battle. You trailed 36-29 with 10 minutes left, and you closed the game on a 14-5 run. Northern Michigan did not make a field goal. Those final 10 minutes, your defense really stepped it up late, and Krister Zadax with two huge plays, almost back-to-back, a three-pointer and an alley-oop slam dunk that gave you the lead, which you never gave back, but a hard-fought win for your team.
Yeah, it really was. Really a low-scoring game. Northern Michigan really playing great defense. I think we played pretty good defense. Neither team could really get any kind of scoring runs in the game. It was, every basket was hard to come by. Fortunately, we got a couple big plays late. You mentioned Chris had a couple big plays. Ernie Anson had a couple big threes. And we were able to create just enough offense to get the win.
And then almost in a completely change of script on Saturday against Michigan Tech, who is also a very good defensive team like yourself. It was a very offensive game on both sides. You guys shot 56% from the field, and you end up winning 70-65. You led by as many as 14 points in the first half, had a 12-point halftime advantage. Michigan Tech kind of chipped away, but late it was Breland Hogan this time who really stepped up for you guys. He had 8 points in the final 5 minutes, 16 points for the game, and Breland kind of carried you to the win at the end of the game.
Yeah, Tech's got an outstanding team this year, outstanding player in Ali Haydar. Even when we had a little bit of a run there in the first half, you knew that they were going to come back strong. Fortunately, we had the lead at halftime, but they made their run in the second half. And down the stretch, as you mentioned, Breland in particular had a couple really big plays offensively. Again, just enough to get the victory. But thought it was one of our better games of the year from start to finish. I thought our focus, our energy, our togetherness was really solid on the court. And then when you combine that with a good solid win on Thursday over Northern, certainly one of our best weeks yet.
One of the common themes, certainly over the homestand and especially in those two games, was how well your bench played. And obviously there's been some lineup change, so Krister Zadax and Ryan Marley have been coming off the bench. But guys like Rob Woodson, Ricardo Carbajal, Ernie Ansons, 4 straight games you scored 30 or more points from your bench, and then they've really helped out in some of these close games. Yeah,
well, and we've needed it. We only scored 41, so 30 off the bench. Obviously our starters need to score a little bit better as well. But, it's been a strong point of our team all year. Rob Woodson in particular, he's probably been the captain of the guys coming in off the bench. He's kind of the leader there, and each one brings a little something different. You mentioned Big Chris, the spark he brought, but I think Ernie Ansons, you mentioned Ricky Carbajal here lately has really stepped up his game. So we play a lot of guys. We continue to get good production out of them, and it's something that as we move forward, hopefully we'll continue to get because, boy, it's a long season.
Sure.
It's hard for any 1, 2, or even 3 or 4 players to carry the load. You need to get solid contributions from everybody on the squad.
You're 11-3 overall right now. You're 8-2 in GLIAC play. You're actually in second place in the North Division, but your record is good enough for second place in the entire GLIAC as of right now. But a weird week for you. You play at Lake Superior State on Thursday at 5:30. They're 6-4 in GLIAC play and just had a 6-game win streak snapped in their most recent game. But then you're back home on Saturday against Northwood at 6 o'clock. The Timberwolves are 4-6, but a team that beat you twice last year. So talk about this week ahead. It doesn't get any easier.
No, it sure doesn't. It's hard to really even look at the standings and the records at this point, and it just doesn't mean anything. We have so far to go, and certainly from our standpoint, we've got really a tough schedule here as we finish. Lots of road games, tough home games against some of the better teams. So this week, going on the road, Lake Superior State, really a talented team. Got some veteran guys. There are two Derek Billings and Derek Kinney are both outstanding players. Difficult matchups. Billings is kind of a combo guard, handles the ball a lot, but an outstanding shooter, outstanding competitor, outstanding scorer. And Derek Kinney is a kind of an inside-outside, impossible matchup guy, a bit of a tweener. And they've been a little, as you mentioned, they're a little under the radar. They've had a 6-game winning streak, lost to a very good Northwood team. So to go up there, we're going to have our hands full, and then we come right back with Northwood, a team that beat us twice last year. So another difficult week in the GLIAC. Hopefully we can continue with the focus we've had here recently defensively to take that on the road.
Grand Valley State Lakers complete a 3-1 homestand with 2 big wins over Northern Michigan and Michigan Tech last week. Coach, we wish you the best of luck at Lake Superior State and then back at home on Saturday versus Northwood.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for watching the Ric Wesley Show here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.